your values in life, if you know your why and you build your why off of your values, it makes better, you can make better and stronger decisions. You can lead your family more effectively. You hire better people. This is something I learned the hard way. I start hiring my staff based off of the values that I have, that I instill in my staff, and we ask them questions. And if they can't fit into those value systems, they're not bad people. They're just not going to fit in with us. Always know your area of operations. Your area of operations is at least these things right here. Your family relationships, your workplace, and your community. You are stepping into those area of operations. Those are the things that you do. If you have a purpose, which is to help other people free themselves from the tyrants in their lives, the bigs and the littles, you step into every one of those pieces, and you will be doing effective work. But you have to make sure you understand your strengths and weaknesses. Remember this, every day is training day. You have to do the work to become more resilient. As I opened up with, it's not a matter of if there will be disruptive change. There will be, and you have to be ready. In the military, we call it readiness. I love it that they try to figure out how to measure human readiness with how I get a ship ready, because it doesn't work that way. But the reality is, you have to be ready. You have to engage in the process of getting stronger. And what I can tell you is you can actually wake up a sleeping giant that is inside of you. We start with that worldview. I have to understand my worldview. Where do I want to end my life at? What do I want to do with it? And what are my values? If I understand that stuff, I know what I need to do right now. I tell my kids, if you understand your values and you have them memorized, and when you're at a party and that guy says, hey, I want you to come back here, take this drug, and if it does not line up with your values, you know you're not supposed to be there. Walk away. If you know your values, which ties back to that legacy and that worldview, you are going to crush life. Crush it. Not for you, but for others. And that's the idea. Mind and brain. What are you doing? I actually created, I love reading. Books are my living. Like if I have a book next to me, I feel better. And it's just laying there, but I feel better. Create a reading protocol. I am awful at finance. Terrible at it. So I'm reading books on finance right now, and I hate it. I'm getting out of my comfort zone. I was reading last night, and Rich Dad Poor Dad, I'm sitting there going, I'm behind the eight ball. It's ridiculous. Right? So I don't like it sometimes, but I do it. Don't read books. Use them. You see, if I go in and I read a book, if I'm reading a book, I can read that book, and then I think I have to memorize everything again. No, you don't. You have to figure out what are the things that affect you, and then write them down to keep those things, because you'll never forget that. Use your books. Don't read them. Take a class, podcast. That's the easy way out. Anyway, just kidding. Again, I love books. And then body. Here's something interesting. You hear all the time about, I should go out and run because of cholesterol and keep my fat down, increase muscle mass, all that. Those are all true things. Here's one for you. Did you know that if you go out and ran this morning, your body, your brain, releases something called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF. What that is, it's miracle growth of the brain. Does the brain create the mind, or does the mind create the brain? If I get up and I start doing these things, molecularly something changes, and I've actually created miracle growth of the brain by simply going out for a walk for 30 minutes to an hour, or a run, or I lifted weights, or whatever it is. So in other words, if I'm trying to make myself better spiritually, worldview, legacy, values, I'm trying to learn something, go exercise. All of those things make you a better person. When you execute the mission, create a culture. Change the culture. We are all creative, every one of you. In my book, I talk about being craftsmen. We're all artists. You have the ability to create. Have you ever created a business plan? You're creative. I didn't say you have to be a Picasso. I'm not. By the way, the reason why we know that is because no one had any idea what I was drawing back here. Be a culture changer. You have the ability to create culture. This is important. The fate of a human system is determined by small factors that add up over time. Are you headed towards compounding chaos or compounding order? Remember, Dr. Stevenson talked about it. We do these. It's not a linear process. It's all over the map. But what we do is we realize where the chaos is. We don't let it compound. We recognize it. That's a need. I have to go after that, and I'm going to conquer it. I'm going to overtake it. And the more we do that, the more we have compounding order in our lives, knowing full well that it's not going to be easy. Lastly, we're about to finish up here. Self-care is not selfish, you guys. It's not. Take time to rest. Take time to celebrate. Take time to cry. Take time to rethink things through. Go back over your worldview. Look at your legacy. Look at those things. Look at your values. Sleep. Sleep. In America, we think we're tough guys and tough ladies because we don't sleep. Oh, I got this, man. Right? Wrong. It's okay to do that from time to time. Sometimes we have no other way of doing it. We have to do it that way. But 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night makes you more productive throughout the day. So you can go after that. If I'm sleeping 4 hours a night and I do it over and over again, I'm not exercising, I'm not doing this, wife and I aren't getting along very well, that's compounding chaos. What are you doing to take care of yourself to get things back in order? Take a nap. Go take a nap. Eat. We had a Green Beret cadre member tell me one time when we went out to go watch, it's called Cephalic, and what it is, it's CQB, close quarter combat. We're teaching Green Berets how to enter into a building, get the bad guys, not shoot, not get killed, or not shoot good guys and not get killed. And I asked him, I said, hey, when do you guys eat? He goes, I don't have time to eat or drink water. I'm like, you don't? Nope. Like, okay, well, you don't have breaks? Nope. Like, okay, well, you might want to think about changing that. As I'm walking out, after I watched the training that day, I'm walking out, he's up against the wall having a cigarette. Oh my gosh. He has time to smoke, but he doesn't have time to eat or hydrate. That makes sense. So it's a matter of thinking differently. Man, I got to eat a snack. I got to eat lunch. I got to do these different things because self-care is not selfish. Okay, I'm going to close up with this last video. By the way, remember I said perfection is not a thing, excellence is. Whoever made this video spells a lot of words wrong. So we're going to give him some grace. Okay? But here you go.